And just when you're really going crazy, you do an Altoid, right? Like for dessert.
If I'm starving.
That's big time. Yeah.
Because they're bigger.
And I had a whole thoughtful question for you guys, and now I'm in Altoid TikTok land.
Get it back. We'll steer back. Steer back. Okay, so Leslie's character, we'll just say, without giving it away, is a very driven doctor who is starting to think that maybe there's more to life. And your Alice is
codependent.
You think?
Well, I think in the beginning, Alice is a fairly codependent young woman. She's kind of relied on other people, including her sister Meg and her boyfriend, to kind of take care of her and make life easy. And then she goes through some really difficult times, and then realizes that the most important thing to do as a young woman is to figure out who you are and what you want. And that's what I think all young women should do.
What of yourself did you see in Mag, Leslie?
I'm sorry?
What did? Do you have an extra TikTok? No, I'm kidding. What of yourself did you see in Mag?
Oh, of myself. Well, what did I see? I love my sister in real life, and in the movie,
she means me.
I love her. Not much. I've never been, I am interested in what I do. I love what I do, but it's not like my family comes first, and so I'm very different from her in most ways, I would think. But it was fun to play her and work. It was fun.
And you had a super hot love interest.
And I had
Is that in your contract for every movie?
A super hot love interest.
Yes. For all of you?
Yeah, because I've been married for a very long time, so I need to spice it up.
Sorry, Judge. Just kidding.
No, I'm not. It was fun. It's fun. It actually is fun. People lie and say oh yeah, it was so technical, and everybody's standing around, and it's really not an enjoyable thing. I like it a lot.
Let this go on the record. Leslie Mann loves sex scenes, especially with younger men.
Especially with who?
Younger men, your boy toy. Any age. Okay. All right, cool. That's awesome. So much of this movie is about learning. Are you whispering about me? What did you say?
Sometimes we're bad at controlling the things that come out of our mouths. We try to help each other out, but I'm yeah.
Wait, you can only say nice things about me.
What? About you?
Oh, I thought you were whispering about me. I was
no.
Okay.
About you at all. We like you.
Yeah. See, now I'm totally the insecure. I would be the fifth character who's deeply insecure and can't go out to dinner by herself in your movie.
Oh, that would have been a good character.
That
would have been good. We'll put that in the
really sad.
In the sequel?
What's the sequel called?
Raging Boners. How to be single too. Raging Boners.
But so much of the movie really is about learning to be comfortable with yourself and knowing what you want and being okay with just being on your own. How did each of you kind of reach that point in your life where you're okay with that? Please tell me, because I need to get there.
Okay. Alison?
Well, I think something that this movie really highlights is spending time with your friends and your family, people that you love in your life. So even when you're single, you're not totally alone. You get to spend quality time with your girlfriends. You get to do things that interest you and figure out what interests you. I feel like the movie is sort of empowering in that way. And that, when I think of, I think in making this movie, look back and really appreciate the time that I was single, even though it wasn't always the greatest thing ever. There was definitely dark moments, but also there was a lot of really good stuff, and there was a lot of me figuring out how to do stuff on my own in a way that makes me genuinely happy. And once you do that, then, when you're with someone, life is even better, but not just because you're with anyone. I think it really helps you to be able to find the right person.
did that thing where you, like, you just zone out and nothing. I didn't. I was. I wasn't.
Cool.
I wasn't listening.
You guys clearly can't stand each other. I mean, very obviously, it's clear to me that there's. How did you guys form your sister relationship? Like, did you guys go out to dinner? Did you know each other ahead of time?
We met at dinner. We were all there. We all had dinner, and Rebel too. And then, I don't know, it just kind of happened.
We just like each other.
We like each other a lot.
And I was away from my kids for a couple of weeks during the movie, and I would get very lonely for my kids, and so I would hug Dakota. I would hug you anyway. I hug you anyway, even when I don't miss my kids. But she was very helpful during that time because she's really
She's
cuddly.
very cuddly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You really are.
Yeah.
What's your favorite way to spend 24 hours by yourself, like without anyone bothering you?
I like to see movies by myself. Maybe not for a full 24 hours. That would be a lot of movie watching. But I love like an afternoon movie alone, and no one's there with you to kind of like sway your opinion of the movie, by like hating it or loving it. You kind of just can take it in. I feel like that's really, but also, reading is great too. So like,
I like to watch things that scare me because it relaxes me.
Like horror movies?
Ghost hunters. Do you guys not like that? Am I the only one who likes it? It's so good. Ghost hunters?
I've actually never seen that.
really seen it, yeah.
It scares you, so it
scares
relaxes
me.
you.
And so I'll like nap.
What about like
when it's
Alien?
on, 'cause I
Oh,
get so
you get
scared.
so stressed out, and then your adrenaline, you like peak, and
Maybe.
then you crash.
Yeah, or
Right.
it's like a total distraction. Like I can't, my brain stops working because I'm just like.
Did you do that during the blizzard?
No, I watch CNN.
We were both watching CNN. We lived nearby each other, and we were doing the exact same thing.
Oh my God, you're in such sisterly sync. So you were watching CNN like wall to wall blizzard coverage?
That was nice too.
Yeah,
That's
that
also
was
scary.
Yeah, you're so lucky. I had a 5-year-old at home that I had to entertain all day.
Oh.
So yeah,
Sorry.
I would much rather watch CNN than The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
I know.
Yeah.
I was stuck in the blizzard by myself, and my husband was like, "Let's get you on this flight. We've got to get you home. Let's do it. Let's do it." And I'm like, "Okay. I don't know though. This is like the following day. Maybe it's not safe. I should probably just stay
Yeah.
here because
Yeah.
I don't want to risk it." Meanwhile, I just wanted to stay in my apartment by myself and not go home. It was so nice.
Isn't
to
that
have
the
a
best
break.
feeling? Like to just have alone time?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was nice.
So
I sound like such an asshole.
no, you don't. I fully relate to you. Oh my
I wanna be
God.
alone.
Watching Ghost Hunters and CNN. Yeah. Having some wine.
Yeah,
I feel you. I feel you, yeah. For each of you, what was the most enjoyable scene to film?
Most enjoyable.
The cab scene was funny, but we also had fun doing the your slider scene.
Oh yeah, that was
We
fun. Yeah.
We had a lot of giggle attacks, and that's the best.
How many sliders did you have to eat in that scene?
Quite a few. They were good though. They were good little sliders. I didn't
They
mind.
were?
I think so. Yeah. They were good. But then I started spitting them out
Yeah, into a bucket.
into a
I
bucket.
mean, there's only so many sliders
It was
you can
so
reasonably
sexy.
consume. And Alison, I have to ask about your reading group meltdown scene, which
I
was
was gonna say
literally
that was my favorite scene to
spectacular.
shoot. It was so fun. It was great, it was like a really great, fun physical comedy scene, but also the characters going through so much. I thought Christian, our director, was really great at kind of, always reminding you of your character's sort of emotional through line. So that scene sort of had it all for me, and the kids were really funny in person. And
They were like actually horrified.
No, they thought it was hilarious,
okay.
which was like really encouraging for me. I would just like play to my audience, and Kristen would be like, "Don't laugh, you have to look horrified." And this one little girl would just not. She was like falling off of her chair, and I was like, "I'm nailing it."
It literally makes me never want to wear Spanx again after watching that scene.
Yes, I did not ever want to wear Spanx
again.
But I did one time since shooting that scene.
Well,
When?
Everyone knows the truth is out.
When did you wear them? When did you wear them? What
I
dress?
wore them. It's the only time I've ever worn Spanx. I feel like it's a very strange reveal. Well, thank you. I wore them at the People's Choice Awards in that mint dress because the material was sort of unforgiving, and so I couldn't wear underwear because you would see that seam, and so we had to do a Spanx situation.
So many wardrobe malfunctions
at that show. It was just a disaster, but I loved the dress, and the Spanx worked out great.
You looked so beautiful.
So did you.
aww.
So
Do you guys have like a core circle of girlfriends?
A core
You're
group of
looking at
girlfriends?
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have the same friends that I had in. I have the same friends now that I had. I met them in junior high.
Oh, that's great.
That's
I had to put that together.
Yeah, I have close girlfriends.
I feel like my voice sounds weird right now.
No, it sounds
it
good.
does always, but it just kind of really. Okay. Yes.
we all took acid before.
The Tic Tacs are not really Tic
We heard
Tacs.
that was the thing everyone does when they come here. Were we misinformed?
Kicking in right now.
You guys
As you
look
can see.
crazy.
They weren't Tic Tacs.